posted in a while, but I'm finna get the posting. I've been really busy doing my schoolwork, and it was graduation season, so I had a couple of family members to graduate, but my plan is to try to upload every day. And without further ado, I know a lot of people on my TikTok have been waiting for me to upload my story on YouTube. So that's what we finna do, baby. We finna get it popping. I got my wine. I'm finna get comfortable and I'm finna tell y'all this story because I know y'all been waiting for it. I know y'all been waiting for it. But yeah, but let me put a trigger warning for those who do not like to discuss sexual abuse, physical abuse, rape, or any of that type of stuff on children or adults. Please click off this video. Do what you have to do because I'm discussing a personal issue that has happened to me, and this is part of my healing. But let's progress. Sip, sip, sweet red. Okay, for you guys that know, and hello to everybody that is new to hear my story. At the age of 7, I started getting sexually abused. This is how everything started, you guys. One afternoon, my mom had to go get her hair done. Cheers. And she leaves me with Jay. That's what we're gonna call him. We're gonna call him Jay. So my mom leaves me with Jay all the time. It was nothing unusual. She had been leaving me with Jay. He had been in my life. He was helping my mom take care of me. So my mom goes to get her hair done. She knew it was gonna take all night. So she left me with Jay because I had to go to school in the morning. So it's my bedtime and I do my nightly routine like I always do. Take a bath, brush my teeth, wash my face, make sure my homework's done so I can lay down and get ready for school in the morning. But this night, things end up taking a dark turn. They took a real dark turn because as I'm getting ready for bed, I'm not really sleepy, but I go ahead and lay down because I know I'm supposed to go to bed at 9. But I sat there and tossed and turned a lot. And Jay, he noticed that I was tossing and turning. So he came in my room and was like, "Are you okay? Like, you want some ice cream to help you fall asleep?" And at first I was like, "No, my mom wouldn't want me to have no ice cream. My mom was strict as hell, especially when it came to sweets and stuff. She didn't want me having nothing after it was time for me to go to bed." But I said, hey, he's offering, my mom ain't here. I went on and took the ice cream or whatever. So while me and Jay is sitting down eating the ice cream, he asked me that he wanted to play. Well, he basically asked me that I want to play a game. He said, but this game is for adults, but I want to play with you. And I was like, okay, let's play a game. Like, I'm getting excited. I was like, you know, sometimes girls, they always want to be like adults. And I was one of those strong-willed little kids. I always wanted to be adult before it was time for me to be adult. But anyways, I say, yeah, so how do you play the game? I want to learn how to play the game. So he tells me that I have to go in my room, lay down on the bed, and basically get down to my underwear. And I was like, at first I was like, get down to my underwear. At that time, when you're young, you don't really process things, and then you don't really think that people that's been around is going to do anything to hurt you. And that's exactly what I thought. So I end up getting down to my underwear or whatever, supposedly playing this game. And this is what happens. He ends up starting on my boob area, touching me inappropriately. He was touching me on my boob area, kissing me all on my neck, and just doing sexual things to me as a child. I'm 7 years old. Then after that, he starts touching me on my private. And I'm processing this like, I know he's not supposed to be touching me. Like, you're here helping my mom take care of me. I've known you basically since I was a baby. Like, why is this happening? So this goes on for about 30 minutes, y'all. 30 minutes. And after he gets done, he basically tells me I couldn't tell anybody. I can't tell my mom. If I tell my mom that somebody close to me is going to get hurt, it's either going to be my mom or me. And he told me that if I did tell, that I could possibly get taken away from my mom and never see her again. So I kept it to myself. That was one of the worst days of my life. As I sit back and reminisce on that night, that's when a lot of my trauma began. Like, sometimes as parents, we don't even know who we're letting around our kids and really processing if this person is really a good fit for not just us, but for our kids too. And it's really heartbreaking. But anyway, let me continue before I get sidetracked. This goes on about 2, 3, 4 times a week. Him touching me when my mom is not there. Because when I got home from school, Jay was the only one there. My mom would either be doing something for the church, or she did a lot of volunteering at the nursing home and stuff. So she was never home when I got there. He was there. And he would do this. Had no problem doing it. Didn't feel no remorse. And he dared me to tell anybody. He said that you hurt me. So I kept quiet. So a couple of weeks turned into a couple of months. And a couple of months turned in a couple of years. So we're going to fast forward this to my 10th birthday. I was really elated about my 10th birthday. I don't know, it was just something about me turning 10. I was excited. I wanted a sleepover. But since all this was going on at home, I wasn't really acting right at school. I had been acting defiant at school. I was acting defiant at home. My mama didn't know what the fuck was going on with me. I was getting my ass beat back to back. Jay knew what was going on with me. He knew, because he was molesting me. But he hyped my mom up to beat my ass. I was damn near getting my ass beat every day because I was doing something, because I was angry. And I know a lot of people will ask, well, why you just didn't say anything if you were so angry? Back then, I didn't see that. All I saw was me either being taken away from my mom or my mom getting hurt. I can't even really tell you everything or how I processed that. I just didn't want nothing to happen to my mom, and I didn't want nothing to happen to me. So that's why I kept quiet and allowed the abuse to happen so long. A lot of people say, oh, you let it happen so long, maybe you liked it. No, that's not the case. But let's fast forward and talk about my 10th birthday. My 10th birthday happens. I tell my mom, hey, I want to sleep over with some of my friends from church, and I want to sleep over with some of my friends from school. And at first, Jay was like, nah, she don't deserve no sleepover. She been being bad and acting grown. But my mom was like, nah, I'm going to let her have her party. And she did. I had a good time with my friends. But the weekend was over. My mom left. All my friends left. It was just me and Jay. Me and Jay. And Jay decided he had this big bright idea since I turned 10 that he was going to upgrade the molestation to penetration. Yo. I'm doing this to help somebody, but every time I talk about this, it's hard. It's hard in the struggle. I'm healing myself. I'm working through issues. So if I ever pause during the video of telling my story, just know that some parts get hard for me. Okay, so everybody has left and he comes in my room while I'm putting away all my gifts and just trying to do my nightly routine. And he pushes me down on the bed and I try to fight him. He ends up taking my bottoms off, my pants that I had on, and my underwear that I had on. And he ends up forcing himself on me. I had never had sex before. I'm 10 years old. I felt so defenseless. Nobody was there to protect me. And even though this wasn't my fault, this shit still haunts me to this day. Like somebody forcing themselves upon me, taking my innocence from me. He took my innocence from me. Then after raping me, he pulls out $150 and throws it at me. Then he says, "You better not tell nobody. Your mama ain't gonna believe you no way. But you better not tell nobody, because if you tell somebody, I'm going to kill you and I'm going to kill your mama." At this point, y'all, I had it. Like, I couldn't take no more. So I ended up getting all my stuff, or what I could take, and running away. I ran to the nearest bus stop. I had been riding the bus since I was 7. So I sat there trying to hide behind a tree so he wouldn't see me. And I ended up getting on the 19 bus. It took me all the way downtown. I called myself, I'm finna run away and just get the fuck away from that house. So I get downtown, and in Dallas, Texas, downtown, there's a Greyhound. I get off the bus, I go on the Greyhound, I call myself finna go in there and buy me a bus ticket to Arizona to be with my grandma, because that's where she's staying. So I go in there, go up to the counter, and I ask the lady, "Can I get a bus ticket to Tucson, Arizona?" She looks at me like a stare, like, "How old are you?" But she didn't really say, "How old are you?" So I went, she told me to go over there and sit down. Hold on, y'all, I'll be back. Y'all stay tuned for the next video. I do not want to cry on this video. A lot of emotions are coming. I don't want to be too emotional and cry, because I don't want anybody to feel like I'm doing this. And I'm not doing this with my whole heart, but stay tuned for the next video. Please feel free to like my video. Please comment. And please tell other people to subscribe to my video, because I could possibly help somebody, y'all. I'm just finna shake back for a few minutes, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Love y'all.